welcome back to the TroubleInUs channel. So today I am super excited to finally be making this video because I have been getting a countless amount of requests. Today I'm finally doing the dollhouse tour. So if you have been paying attention to our channel and watching our videos, if you haven't, you should definitely click the subscribe button and check out our videos. You would know that we have gotten a new dollhouse. I do have a tour for my old dollhouse, which I will link down in the description. You can also just search for it on my channel. And it is a tour of the old dollhouse, which we got rid of and bought a new one. So this is the new one here, and I'm super excited to do this tour. I apologize ahead of time if it's really long. I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible, but you know how that goes. So this dollhouse here is used for the Pony Roll Vlogs, which is a series that we do here on this channel, which is basically vlogs but with Barbie dolls, and it's a lot of fun. We definitely recommend that you check them out. Yeah, so we use this for the vlogs, and this is a dollhouse that we bought and repainted and remodeled. It took weeks to work on it, but I'm definitely very happy with how it turned out, and we hope that you guys like it too. So this dollhouse is pretty tall, and there's also a bottom section which is from our old dollhouse that I put onto the bottom to give us some more space, but we are going to go ahead and start up with the way top floor there. So here is the way top floor. This is the kids' playroom. So first things first, we have the TV stand, which has some memorabilia inside there, you know, like birth certificates and just little pictures. This is a reward from the TroubleInUs award show. And there's also some, like a trophy and flowers. And then over here in these two drawers, we have books because you can never have too many of those. So they just have some books in there, and then some books in the other one as well. We also have this really cute chalkboard and whiteboard easel. We have a TV, of course, so they could watch some TV. They also have a big rack of books. There is a lot of books on here, and that way they have all the books that they could ever want to read. We also have just some little figurines and other little random little doodads on here. There's also a beach ball and some other just random little decorations hanging up. Next, we have the super adorable playmat, and there is also a little toy box which can actually open, and this just contains just a few random little toys in there for the kids to play with. We also have this really cute chandelier hanging from the ceiling. We have a little couch for the kids to sit on, and then there are also some little pillows and stuffed animals sitting on top of it. There's also a little bin here which has some extra blankets, stuffed animals, and pillows. Creepy doll. Next, we have my favorite section of the entire room, and this is the home play kitchen type areas. A ironing board so the kids can play house. There is also a fridge back here. There's also some little placemats underneath. On top of the fridge, they have these little play kitchen stuff, so they have a little scale, and then there's also a play electric mixer. Then they have a little oven and a sink. Next, they have two little bins which contain some things for them to play with. So as you can see, there are just some little tiny objects that they can play kitchen with, just little food and other cute stuff like that. This last bin here just has some other little random objects to play kitchen with, such as little pans and pots and other cute little kitchen objects. And I keep saying cute.
Help me.
Lastly, they have this little desk here, which underneath has a drawer, which has, well, not really a drawer, but a tray that has some markers, pens, crayons, stuff like that. They have a little light, which actually works, which you can't really see that. There we go. And there is a little, what is this called? I can't remember what this is called, but the little, you know, the thing where you look inside and you can see your future and stuff. Really don't remember what that's called. They also just have a little count to 20 dot to dot book. And again, more little carnival stuff. And then they also have these really cute little career pictures. And the last thing that I want to show you guys, well actually the second to last thing, is at the way top of the room, they have these really cute little like doors here, which you can open. And so, you know, they could like see outside, you know, that's kind of cool. And then they can close, of course. And then the very last thing that I'm going to show you is the lights. There are lights hanging very sloppily that I hung up on top of the ceiling. So let me go ahead and turn those on real quick. So all I have to do is just flick a tiny switch and then we have some lights, which is really, really cool. So underneath the playroom, we have the girls' room, but right at the left of the girls' room, we actually have this really cute little deck. I know I keep saying cute, I'm sorry, but this deck out here is just where the kids can come out to play. So first things first, over here we just have a tote, which has some little cars in there, just, you know, like toy cars that they can play with. And then underneath, they have a box, which has some random little toys in there. So let's go ahead and see what's inside. There are just some, you know, there's like a skateboard and there's some balls in there and just dolls and other little random toys. They also have some little toy carriages for their baby dolls and also a little play oven. So now we are going to move on to the girls' room. This room is shared by two sisters, Dolly and Savannah. And so let's get started. So over here, we actually have a working door, which is really, really nice. So all you have to do is just push it open and they can go out onto the deck. Starting over here, the first thing that they have is this dollhouse, which is very, very cute. It was a little difficult to make, but this way they can, you know, play dolls with their cute little dollhouse. So they have this little doll on top of the bed, and there's also some little pillows. They also have just some random, you know, pictures and artwork on top. So they have this shelf here, which just has some random little items. So there's just like this little Cinderella pillow and Mr. Potato Head, and just, you know, just random little sculpture related items. They had this little chair with a pillow that says "Welcome to the Dream House," a sandcastle picture, and some other random pictures on top as well. Then they have a shelf, which just has some more random stuff. On top, there is a basket, which has some furniture for their dollhouse. There's also a few babies in there, too. There is this little crinkly bag, which has some little horses on the inside, because one of the girls, Savannah, she actually likes horses, so there's just some little play horses. And then there is a little play scale at the bottom. So we have a drawer system, which has some of their toys in it. So right at top, we have some dollhouses and other little play set related items. So first one that we have here is this super, super cute mouse house. That rhymes. It's a little house, dollhouse type thing that has little mice on the inside, and it is super, super adorable. And then they have another small little dollhouse, and then there is also this little Hello Kitty playset house shop type thing, so they can play store with that. There is also a mermaid that fell down. Rip. So at the top here, you can actually pull this up and there is storage in there. So we have some of these larger dolls, which to these dolls in the dollhouse, it's kind of like American Girl dolls type size. So these are just some of the ones that we have in here. I'm not going to go through each and every single one, but we have quite a variety in there. This next drawer here just has some random little dolls. This last drawer here has some baby doll related stuff and also some dollhouse related stuff. Next is their bunk bed, which this top bunk here has a little Anna blanket from Frozen. And there's also just some pillows and there's some little cute decorations on the back. This is Savannah's bed, by the way. And then the bottom bunk is for Dolly, and there is a Elsa blanket from Frozen, and her little ballerina doll, some more pillows, and some more decorations in the back as well. Next, we have the bookshelf. Ignore this veil at the top, but they have a lot of books, and I'm not going to go through each book that they have, but I will show you a few examples. So as you can see, they have quite a bit of a selection. They have American Girl doll books and Judy, or that's not Judy Blume, fail, Misty Inn, and just a lot of randomness. And then these are my favorite. These are little golden books. They have a lot of these. There's like Snow White, there's Tangled. They also have okay, that's oh geez, oh.
So that happened.
Yes, as you can see, here are some of the examples of golden books that they have. This room here is the bathroom. So first things first, they have a bathtub, of course. There's also a shelf on top which just has some random little objects. There's some soap and I don't know what that is, but just a bunch of different little, you know, bathroom products. There is also some body wash here, and then there are also some brushes, which has actual doll hair on it, so that's nice. And then they also have a holiday picture, and then we have this little cabinet here, which I don't think there is anything really inside of it. They just have a bin with random products. There's some tissue in there, and then I don't think there's anything on the bottom. Then there is this box here, which has some towels, which I'm not going to open up, but yeah, just little towels that they can use. Then there is this super, super cute little kids vanity, and this can actually light up. And when you open the little box, yeah, you get the message. Super, super cute. Then they have their dusty. Look at that. That is really, really dusty, but here is the parents' room. Have the bed, of course, which they have this really, really soft blanket. Have a little chandelier here, and then there is some pictures. I'm not going to go through all of the pictures that are in the house, but I will kind of highlight some of them. So this one is the husband, Daniel, or one of the husbands. In case you don't know, which I probably should have explained this before I did the tour. So there is a woman named Claire who lives in this house, and this is actually her room and her husband's room, which her husband's name is Daniel, who is right there. She lives here at this house with her sister and her kids. Is Daniel's sister, and that's Claire, and one of their cousins, that's actually her daughter. And over here we have some more pictures. That's Claire on her wedding day, Claire and one of their sons, and that's Claire and her sisters, which this woman in this picture, that is Claire's sister, and who lives in this house, and then that's also one of Claire's sisters. That's Claire and all of her kids, minus one, because one of the kids is not in this picture. It's a newborn, so that's why it's not in the picture. And just, you know, just some random cute little pictures. Next to the bed, they have this little nightstand, which has a picture of Claire and some other little decorations. And then they have some diapers here. So there is a bin that just has some diapers, which I'll show you some of them. They're mostly Dora diapers. And there's also some blank ones as well. And then they have these little packs of diapers as well. There's also a little container down here, but there's actually nothing in it. And then they have the changing table, which in here we have some little baby blankets. We have 2 of them. And then this little drawer has some more diapers in there, because you can never have too many diapers, am I right? And then we also have these hooks, which has one of Claire's purses on top. And then we have this little lounge chair and a little side table with a cute plant. And then here is the baby crib, which is where the newborn sleeps. So we have a little Winnie the Pooh decoration, and it's just a simple little crib. And then there's also some artwork as well. Next room here is the nursery, and also just in general a room for the youngest 2 kids, Tyson and Amelia. Tyson is a little older, but Amelia is a newborn. these curtains can actually be pulled back, and they can also be tied back here. And then we have Tyson's Murphy bed. So there are a bunch of baby books, and these are all baby books here from here to here. And then these are more grown-up books for Tyson. I'm not going to show all of them, but they have Disney Junior and just lots of little random books. And then this bed is really, really cool, or at least I think it's cool. So this can actually be pulled down, and Tyson can sleep right on top of it on the little mattress, and then he has a Paw Patrol blanket as well. Last but not least, they have a toy basket here, which has some baby toys in there, just some random little toys, and then there are some more grown-up books for Tyson there. Alright, so this next room that we have here is the kitchen area, which is right underneath where the parents' bedroom and nursery is. Starting over here, this is the living room area. So first things first, we have some more little pictures. Not really going to explain them, but they are just these. This, for example, is Laura, which is Claire's sister. This is one of her kids, Taylor, and well, when she was a baby at least. And then they have just some cousins and stuff like that. Then we have the Christmas tree, because at the time that I'm filming this video, it is currently November, so in several weeks it's going to be Christmas, which is kind of crazy. But so this is just a little Christmas tree that they have. They also have some little ornaments on there. And one thing that is actually really cool about this Christmas tree is that it can actually light up. Let me show you. So as you can see, it is not lit up, but now it is. So this is an actual, real, working tree. We have their TV stand, which on top just has some random little family pictures. And then they also have a DVD player that's supposed to be a Wii, and then there's also an Xbox as well. When you move to the TV stand, this can actually open here. And on the inside, they have some awesomeness going on. So they have their TV, of course, and then they have this box of DVDs, which let me show you guys. So usually the only people that watch the actual TV is the kids. So they have a big variety of kids' DVDs. I'm not going to go through each of them, but there are just some examples. Also some other random DVDs and games as well. A little drawer underneath, which just has some Xbox and Wii games in there. So they have like Just Dance, Bratz, Barbie, you know, that's Leap TV. And then there are also some board games back there. They have a little coffee table, which this part here can actually lift up, and they have some little books in there. Now moving on into the dining room and kitchen area, we have this little dining table, which we do have another dining table, but it didn't really fit in this dollhouse, so I just have this one here, and it is really dusty too. A lot of dust in this dollhouse. But we have little chairs, and they also have this little dish, which just has some fruit, some ice cream cones, and then there are some sandwich bags. Have some beautiful artwork there. Now we're moving into the actual kitchen area. So first things first, we have this cabinet here, which when you open it up just has dishes. So we have a little, I'm not going to open this, but there is a little container that just has forks, knives, and spoons. There are also some bowls and some small plates, and then there are also lots of plates over here. They also have some cups in there, cups and mugs, and an electric mixer and a mixing bowl. On top, they have some bakeware. So they have a Pyrex dish, which the lid is in one of the drawers somewhere. And there's also this thing, which I have no idea what this is, to be honest. They have this little box here, which just has some more bakeware. They have their sink area, and then underneath in this cabinet, they have several things. So first they have this little container here, which has some little baby bottles in there. We have this small box, which has some oven mitts and some other little random small dishes. And there is this box here, which I'm not going to open, but there are some cleaning products in there, such as laundry stuff, dish detergent, stuff like that. And then they have this box here, which just has some more cleaning stuff, light bulbs and other stuff like that. We have the oven area. So right on top, we have this pink bin, which just has some cereal and also some Pop-Tarts as well. We have this cabinet, which when you open up, we have some groceries. Now keep in mind that all the groceries that you're going to see in this video aren't the groceries that they have all the time. We do switch them out, but anyways, this is what they currently have. So right here, they just have some baking stuffs. They have cake mix, they have some macaroni. That's not really baking, but you get the point. Just cake mix, flour, stuff like that. There is some mushroom soup, some spaghetti. This is some fake baby formula. And then there is just some random hot chocolate, ranch mix, stuff like that. And they have their beautiful stove and their oven. And this little drawer has some bakeware, and this is the lid to that Pyrex dish that I showed you. And yeah, just some pots and pans and stuff. Next, we have the fridge area. So right on top, which is actually one of my favorite things about this kitchen, we have this little dish which has some actual real ingredients. So we have some sugar, some flour, some cooking seasoning, some brown sugar, and also some cinnamon. Then in the cabinets, this is where they keep their snacks. So we have some protein bars over here. You know, these are just some, these are fiber bars, and then there's some protein bars. And then there are also some cookies back there and some crackers. Here is the fridge, which we have some little fake magnets and stuff. And of course, some groceries. And note the fake coffee creamer. I love this so much. And then of course, the freezer. Next we have what I call the tea table. So here we have just some little, you know, salt and pepper shakers, sugar, stuff like that. And there are 2 chairs so 2 people can sit. We also have this little container which has real coffee on the inside. And we also have this corkboard here, which just has some random little advertisements and pictures and stuff like that. Shelf here, which has some dog food on top. And then this is just where we keep stuff like tea, and which is why it's called the tea table. And there are also like some granola bars for the kids, and yeah, just more granola bars. And there are also some cookies for coffee. So there's like some butter cookies and then these lady fingers. Next, when you open these doors, we have the craft room. Then we have this little box thing here, drawers. So this first one here has blankets in them. So there's just some blankets on the inside. And then the bottom one also has some baby blankets and other small little blankets as well. On top we have a little printer and this bin, which has a bunch of big coloring books. I'll try to show you some of these. So yeah, as you can see, there's just a bunch of little, or actually big, coloring books. And then there is also this bin, which just has some random little craft stuff. So paper and all that cool stuff. Then we have this bin, which has some extra pillows, just in case, you know, anyone comes over to sleep over at the house. There are also some pictures, some artwork on the side. There's also a little plant right here, a fake plant. And this can actually open. And we have some more random craft supplies. Some random stuff from the drawers, or the drawers, the cabinets, the cabinet doors. So this first bin up here has some painting supplies, you know, just like paint brushes and all of that cool stuff. If I can get that back up there. We also have this box, which just has some pens and pencils in there. This bin has some clay, some polymer clay. And then this basket just has some random stuff, markers, random stuff like that. So this last floor here, as you can see, this is actually separate from the main dollhouse. So this, anything that was from the kitchen and the craft room up, which you saw in the first half of the video, that is for the new dollhouse. Now this section here, this bottom floor is from my old dollhouse. Again, I have a tour on that. Warning, the quality isn't as good as this one is, but it's still nice in case you want to see what that dollhouse looked like. Anyway, so starting in this room here, I kind of have a vintage retro kind of inspired theme because this girl likes that type of stuff. I myself also like vintage things and retro and all that cool stuff. So starting with the wall. Next room here belongs to Aaliyah, who is sisters to Alex, who stays in this room. So Aaliyah is a very girly girl, and she really likes cheerleading and pink and stuff like that. So that's kind of where we went for this room. So first things first, we have her bed, of course, and there's a little really, really cute donut pillow that I totally wish I had for my room. This last bedroom here belongs to Laura, which is Claire's sister. So her room here she shares with her husband, of course. They also have this fluffy blanket, which they can use if they want, and a little fake plant. And then the last thing that they have in this room, they have this pull-out bed because one of their kids, Taylor, which is, you know, Taylor from the picture, but she's now grown up, which there she is. She can sometimes not decide where she wants to sleep, so sometimes she wants to sleep in her mom's room, sometimes she wants to sleep in the same room as Dolly and Savannah, sometimes she wants to sleep in the living room, sometimes she wants to sleep in the nursery, so she can't really ever make up her mind. So it's, in case she does want to sleep down here, she has a little cute pull-out bed, and this is a soft mattress. And then there is also a bin, which actually has her pillow and then a little mermaid blanket and all of that cool stuff. So that is pretty much it for the dollhouse. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tour. I apologize if it was really long. Again, you know, sometimes that just happens. If you have any questions on where something in the dollhouse is from, or, you know, really just about the dollhouse in general, feel free to ask below and I'll try to get to your comment as soon as possible. Again, we will link our old dollhouse tour in the comments below, and there's also a dollhouse analysis video which talks about details like where certain things in the dollhouse is from. So if you want to know where something in this dollhouse is from, we may talk about it in that video. Of course, this dollhouse, we have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I personally made, and there's a lot of new stuff, but in case, you know, you might want to check out the dollhouse analysis because you might find something new, or you might find some tips for decorating your own dollhouse. And also, of course, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we post, you know, we have a Barbie doll series, like a high school series. We also have the Barbie vlogs, of course, which is what this dollhouse is for. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys later. Bye, guys.